Okay, what's up, y'all? So I started off doing a video and it seems like you all couldn't hear me, so I'm back on here now. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm so sorry about that. Can you hear me, Corel0187? If you can hear me, just let me know you can hear me. If you can't hear me, let me know you can hear me. I assume you can't hear me either. Mario C joined. Can you hear me, Mario C? Are you able to hear me? Can you hear me? You can't? Okay, perfect. Great. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. I got something so important to tell you all. My baby back there crying, so I'm going to try to go through this really quick, okay? Thank you, Morris. Thank you. Cuz the first time you all couldn't hear me. Well, I was looking at Time magazine, and on the front of both Time magazine that came out this month, they have Adele on one of them. I'm sure y'all know who she is. And they have Angela Merkel on the other one. Okay, so this is Angela Merkel right here. And she is the person of the year. And on this one, they have, try to give her a bottle, baby. This one they have Adele, and she is basically the future. She's the year ahead. Notice how the way they got the M behind her head, it looks like she has horns. Can you see that? Am I tripping? Hey, Tanya. Who's Tanya 4242? Hey, Tanya. Am I tripping? Thank you, Rick, for joining. I'm getting started quick, y'all, because I got some big stuff to tell you all, and I'm trying to tell it quick because my baby's crying. Okay. So on the front of both magazines, they have a woman. And as soon as I saw it, I said, oh my goodness, this is goddess worship. And the elites, the Illuminati, the Freemasons, the founding fathers of this country, they were all Freemasons. And even though a lot of us don't practice occult knowledge, they do. And this country was formed on that. So if you want to learn to understand how they communicate, pay attention to the signs around you. The Bible tells us to pay attention to the signs around us. So with Angela Merkel, what I did was I looked up her and Adele's name. So since I have Adele first, I'm going to do Adele. Here we go. Okay. Adele name is noble, and brave is the meaning of her name. It says people with this name have a deep inner desire to use their abilities in leadership and to have personal independence. They would rather focus on large important issues and delegate the details. This is the epitome of Adele being noble. Another word for noble is blue bloods. Have you all ever heard of the blue bloods? Erykah Badu did a video about blue bloods, but blue bloods are like aristocrat type people. They are the elites. They are the highest class people there are. And Adele name means noble, which means she is of the highest class. Okay, if that makes sense to you. And I can show you that also in Wikipedia. Now they use numerology, so I looked up the numbers to her name. And in the Bible, it tells us to look up the numbers to the name of the Antichrist. And it says that the numbers to his name will equal 666. For you all Bible readers out there, let me know if you're familiar with that. Okay, so I'm struggling trying to get this out because it's so good. Okay, so her name. People with this name are competent, practical, and often obtain great power and wealth. They tend to be successful in business and commercial affairs and are able to achieve great material dreams. Because they often focus so strongly on business and achievement, they may neglect their private lives and relationships. Okay, y'all, let me give you the big picture. Just 1 second. I'm going to go back and tell you what her name means also. So it's basically saying that Adele, she has the ability to obtain everything in the material world that she could possibly want. That's basically what it's saying. And we know that you can sell your soul. And once you sell your soul, you attain all these material things That is the meaning of her name. How crazy is that? So that's saying that the blue bloods, the elites, the Illuminati, that they have the power to do this. And it's saying that the year ahead is all about the elites. It is all about the Illuminati. It is all about the New World Order. That's what they're saying. That's why she has horns on her head, how they position it. Everything that the devil does is very subtle. You have to learn to read the signs. So after I read the meaning of Adele's name and found out it means blue blood and patriotic, which we know are the elites, the Rockefellers, the Bilderbergs. For those of you who study Illuminati, you know what I'm talking about. Freemasonry. So then I go to Angela. And I said, let me check out the meaning of Angela's name. Here's Angela Merkel right here on the front of the other magazine. They call her the person of the year. Notice how dark it is behind her on the picture. Both of them have darkness behind their picture. And they're all their magazine covers, they're not like this. So if you look at the meaning of her name, of Angela, her name means angel. Almost in every language, French, Spanish, American, Italian, Latin, Greek, they all mean the same thing, angel. What are they communicating to us with the front of this page? That the fallen angels are returning this year. That's what this is communicating. Right under Angela Merkel's name, it says Chancellor of the Free World. That's the New World Order. They are coming to establish a new world order where everyone is free, complete lawlessness. And we know the Antichrist is all about lawlessness, okay? On the back of the book, they have a woman riding a horse, or a woman riding a beast. We know that in the Bible, it talks about the whore that rides the beast. That's why they put this particular ad on the back of the book. Notice the watch on the book. Now, these two things really don't have anything to do with each other. But the watch has a time that says 1010. 1010 is IO in Roman numerals. IO is Helios. Helios is another name for Apollyon. And in the book of Revelations, it says that Apollyon will return also in the end times. Y'all, we are in the end times, and it is so clear what's happening. If people cannot see this, it is simply because they don't have eyes to see and ears to hear. On the back of Adele Time magazine cover, it has, look, a woman kind of dressed up like the 1920s, I guess you could say, the swing era. She represents the whore. That's what this is a representation of, the whore. So we have the whore and we have the beast also, and the whore riding the beast. Do you see that? It's so subtle, but it's right in front of you. Okay, so with Adele, the meaning of the names. So I did the meaning of Angela, and it ended up meaning angels. And we know they're talking about the fallen angels. They're not talking about the angels that are still in heaven with the Lord that help us. They're talking about the fallen angels, okay? And it says, for the name Angela, it means angel. And I describe, if you didn't hear that part, y'all, just replay it and hear the beginning, because I can't go over that part again. I'm trying to run through this pretty quick, if you all could bear with me, because my baby's sick, but I had to do this for you all. Okay, so as I start reading about Angela, I want to know a little more about Angela Merkel. She's the person of the year. Do you all know anything about her? Because I don't have a clue who she is, okay? So I go and start reading about who she is, and this is what I find out. Okay, look at her hand sign. That is the Freemason hand signal right there. And if you want to look at the hand symbols, all you got to do is go in Safari and pull it up. Here are the hand symbols right here. Those are Freemason hand symbols. What this means, what she's doing, is a whole nother periscope. I'll have to do that one later, okay? Angela Merkel is a German politician, a former research scientist who has been the Chancellor of Germany since 2005. She is also the leader of the Christian Democratic Union. Do you hear this? Christian. But she's throwing up Freemason hand signs, but she's a Christian. Okay? This is the trickery that the devil does. And this is how he's going to bring in the Antichrist. She's also been a physical chemist as well. Look at this. She has been so many things, but let me tell you what stands out about her. As I scroll down, because I just felt the Holy Spirit leading me to read more about her, I see right here that she signed the agreement for the Transatlantic Economic Council. If you don't know what that is, the Economic Council basically is the Trans-Pacific trade that we're about to get into. The transatlantic trade, I'm sorry. Let me tell you what the transatlantic trade is. It is a partnership, a free trade agreement between the Europe Union and United States with the aim of promoting multilateral economic growth. The American government considers the TTIP a companion agreement to the Trans-Pacific Partnership after a proposed draft was leaked. That means they didn't want us to know this, y'all. Was leaked in March 2014. Okay, let me explain this to you. This is very bad for us. This means that a lot of our import and exports are going to change. This means that we're going to lose, millions of people will lose their jobs. If you want to know more about the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership, type in TTIP pros and cons, and it'll all come up, the information that you need. It'll tell you all the other things that makes this so dangerous. So this lady is the head of that. So that's why she is the person of the year. Wow, it's so much. So let me go into explaining, let me put it all together for you now. We have Angela Merkel, whose name really means angel, fallen angels, and they are returning this year, okay? That the false prophet and the Antichrist and the beast working together, this year we will see some changes. That's why you have the whore riding the beast on the back of the page. This is goddess worship. Anytime